mate. How's it going? Off the record, mild son?
Off the record, mate.
Off the record, mate. How's it going?
Beer
All good?
open. Yeah. All right. We're on the zoo bars tonight.
We're on the zoo bars, of course, mate.
Yeah.
Keeping the old Polish drinks. Another Heilung.
Yes, we're going for Heilung today.
Which I think is a good thing because, well, I'm a little bit upset with Heilung.
Why?
Well, because I want to see him live.
Yeah, I'd like to see him live as well.
And,
I saw they were going to do the Viking Festival in York, but then when I inquired about it, it already sold out.
So it's been annoying in the sense
that.
And it was
should have been should have had our fingers on the pulse.
And I swear the venue as well was because you keep talking about it being a bit like we want to see him in a bit more of an intimate venue.
Yeah. I don't want to see him in a stadium or anything like that because that's just going to be rubbish. A stadium, I think. I don't think it works so well as like a small hall or an intimate venue.
No, I'd agree. I think the type of music they do. Where was it? They were when we saw the gig posted. That was a smaller venue, wasn't it?
Yeah, it would have been a smaller hall. Yeah.
Was there a festival we saw him at as well?
Yeah, there's one later in the year in Poland, but I think that's like a big stage.
And we're going to Wacken.
Yeah, and we're going to be going to Wacken this year.
Wacken!
Yeah, Wacken.
So, right, we've had a little bit of a discussion around the pronunciation of the song, but the song we're doing is Maidjan? Maidjan. Something like that. So, it's from the Lifa concert, which is...
Yeah, we do live version, because I think the live versions... Well, I'm not going to say they're better, but I think the live versions, you've got the atmosphere, haven't you? You've got the crowd, you've got all the get up, rather than just having a blank screen and nothing.
I'd agree. I think they're more. You get a bit more atmosphere. You
get more into the track, don't you? With especially like when I listen to Kriegsgeldia, on my headphones, compared to seeing them on the video that we did on our previous Heilung video, like. They're good, but it doesn't compare to seeing the live stuff. I mean,
I do like the visuals they did with the video.
Oh, the video was good. Yeah, the video was good.
Kriegsgeldia, I've listened to it a lot in the car. Kriegsgeldia especially is in my playlist.
Yeah, it's a good song.
So let's get into it then. So we're going for So guys, we're gonna be watching the live video. Yep. We'll shut up through it because a few of you were like, "Shut up, you two twats."
Yeah, you always get them people. It's like, if you want to listen to the song,
like, just go and fucking get the album.
Go and listen to the song.
Exactly.
This is a reaction review type situation. So,
I'm really
it is what it is, really. So
it is, but I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's well, let's have a look, mate. Like I say, I'm not going to lie, I do know the song because I have listened to the album a fair few times.
Yeah.
So I'm aware of the song, but I haven't watched the live version of it again.
I haven't analysed it or tried to analyse it or anything like that.
We've got the lyrics up for the first time tonight. So yeah, we'll talk through it and we'll try and see what's going on. So yeah, guys, let's go for it.
Oh, it's in Maidjan, not just Maidjan.
In Maidjan, then okay.
There she is.
I do appreciate the aesthetics of the stage they did, the stage stuff they did. Great. mind that bloke, is he?
He's got a lot of teeth there. It's old Ragnar there.
yeah. Are you before we go to work, mate? That one there.
Mate. That's me waking up in the morning.
Yeah. I do think she's brilliant.
Yeah, she's a good vocalist, man.
And they all are, but yeah.
Yeah. No, she's got a Lisa Gerrard quality to her, hasn't she?
Yeah. Well, yeah, without question.
I'm gonna have to roll my sleeves up for this one.
We're getting a bit warm, mate.
Yeah, already. Yeah. Get a bit lively.
Really hypnotic and masters of suspense, mate. Masters of suspense and building.
I just love all the garb, man. I like all the get up.
Yeah, sound.
Right, I mean, it's quite a big venue. I thought it was smaller than that. Or was this a different gig? No, because the platform's still there.
No, it's the same. It's got to be the same gig, mate.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But it's way smaller than that venue we saw.
Oh yeah.
It's Gregorian in like
In a way.
charm.
Yeah.
Completely different culture, but
It's just ritualistic, isn't it?
yeah.
You know what I like? I like the red stuff in the bottom of the picture, like the lights that almost look like fire. Then the green lights shining down on them. It's almost like the northern lights. You can imagine them all around a campfire back in the day, the flames, and then the green of the Aurora Boreas.
Above them. Yeah, okay,
I've got that kind of
yeah.
feel
Yeah,
from
okay.
this gig, you know.
Yeah, I can see that. It's definitely been well thought out.
Yeah.
It's not been.
It's not
slackjawed.
slackjawed, is it?
yeah. And
Just
the fire
look
at the
at
back.
it there, just look at it there, yeah. Yeah, just thought about that, yeah. Except for the geese with the glasses. You should put some contacts in.
Well, yeah, I got my older son tonight, didn't I myself, mate, from a fucking YouTube video. can see Ableton on that laptop, but I can't hear any looping. Yeah.
Not on this track.
But
This is far more rhythmic than the last one, I think.
There's a bit of a in the background. Listen.
They've got a lot of vocalists. There's 4 of them both doing the vocals. Here he goes.
Are you in the club?
Fucking crowds are going nuts.
Mate, listen to that. Just incredible. Really is incredible.
Oh, just remembered something. Mention it after.
And
that's a weird instrument.
It looks like they've made it and they've
possibly.
tuned it. It might be a thing. Oh, she is incredible, mate. And she's let's be
fair.
Yeah.
Weird instrument, man.
They've made that. I'm sure they've made that. I've never
seen anything like that. That's cool. Is he literally just grinding the metal?
Yeah, but it'll be tuned.
Oh yeah, of course it will, because he's got keys on it, hasn't he?
It's almost flute timbre, that is, that vocal, man.
Oh yeah.
Proper alto, like.
Dead Can Dance have got a lot to answer for.
Well, they started a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible, mate. Absolutely incredible. He's made that. I'm sure he has made an instrument.
Yeah, we'll have to look that up afterwards. Slap-jawed wankers with the phones. And
I keep thinking that as well. I'll be there.
Bit Bjork as well, her vocals.
Icelandic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that especially that last line there, without question. Yeah.
Pipe that's got like a string.
Yeah, across it. Yeah. It's like what? Just one? Did you see just one string?
One string. Yeah. It's like skiffle, like it's just modern day skiffle, I suppose. You make a bass guitar out of a pipe and one string. Got that sort of thing to it. It's cool though.
Well,
it's like it's a violin sound, isn't it?
It's right.
Yeah. I suppose the pipe acts as like a.
Well, acoustic delivery, yeah.
I don't know if there's someone in the band or if there's someone in the crowd. Brilliant. Incredible. Right, so something's changed. Like The problem is I don't know the lyrics. Right, so she's taken over the baton now of this instrument. The lighting's all changed into like a dark nighttime setting. The fingers, so it's like almost.
How is working? Uinis ik.
They round up.
That's it. Wow.
I think that's,
that was that 12 minutes. 12 minutes. That went by
like
well
it,
fast.
Seemed like it at all. I mean, the thing is when like you brought up things like with regards to the lighting.
Yeah.
Obviously, like.
Well, it's been thought about, hasn't it?
But then when we're looking at things like when we come in to think about the instruments they've made, it really is like these guys aren't mucking about.
Oh no!
The whole thing is considered
yeah.
to the point of composition to the stage, which I think is interesting with a band like Heilung. Because to be honest with you, mate, like all the success that they've got, they absolutely deserve it. Like I know,
absolutely.
Last week you sent me was it the new?
Well, I was going to mention that actually because I suppose my reaction to this has been coloured a little bit by the new Team Ninja. Is it Team Ninja? I think it's Team Ninja video game, which is Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice 2. There's a teaser trailer for that. And I put that on last week, and I think that's probably what sparked me into thinking we should start with this Heilung song.
So what's it called again, mate?
So the new game it's not out yet. It's not out. It's probably not going to be out till next year. But I don't know what track it uses because I didn't look into it. But when I watched the trailer, I instantly thought of that girl, like that lead singer. But you see Senua as the character Senua doing these vocals more like the guys do the vocals, like the growly vocals, not the good clean singing. So it's like,
which makes sense for the psychosis.
So if you don't know, her character's kind of like gone through a lot of mental shit with like what she's been through, and she's gone through hell basically in the first game. And in this teaser trailer for the second game, they've basically taken a Heilung track. So I thought that sounds like Heilung, and I looked it up, and it is Heilung. What they've done is they've taken a bit where the males are doing their growly vocal, and she, the actress who plays Senua in the game, they've got her to overlay her own screechy vocal, so it sounds very more. It sounds very more animalistic because of that. Because you haven't got the sort of harmonious tones of that lead singer. It sounds more visceral, more like some shit's going to really kick off.
I mean, you could say a borderline fucking scary.
I don't want to stray too far from the reaction to this video, but I did want to bring that up because it is. If you haven't seen that trailer,
we'll link it,
and you like Heilung, just check out the teaser trailer for Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice 2. Or Hellblade 2, I think it might be.
I think it's 2. But I think the point I'm just trying to make is that obviously Heilung came on my radar about a year ago.
Last year, wasn't it?
Before me. But like since then, it's interesting to see how their music's been kind of almost like categorising almost an entire genre of culture and time.
Yeah.
Musically, and when you take that game, I mean, I played about an hour and a half of the game. The first game. And it very much is in that realm of
you've got all the runic stuff. There's lots of. You've got the different sort of gods. So that's right. You've got a crossover between Celtic and Norse mythology in it, which is kind of what Heilung. I won't say Heilung have got the Celtic so much of the Celtic side, but they've got a kind of broad Germanic scope in the music.
Yeah, it's difficult. I mean, what interested me with the previous Heilung video, again, without trying to digress too much, what interested me with the comments of the previous Heilung video that we did,
for
it was great to see so much conversation, like surrounding heritage and culture and where perhaps specific poems were from in Europe. Northern European history, and it's great to hear people are interested in. To me,
well, no, I think the problem is because culture, society has become so, for for want of a better word, we're just consumers today.
That's right.
Right.
No one's looking back. Yeah.
There's no social cohesion anymore. Well, maybe there might be some if you're living in smaller villages and stuff. But when you're living in cities like we are, like everyone walks around. You see people in their little different tribes, but they've got no real.
There's no
overarching cultural connection between.
Not in the major cities now.
No.
No, well, in London.
No,
anyway.
yeah. But like that's what Heilung is tapping into. They're tapping into that need for like that void that Nietzsche and Carl Jung speak about, like when we talk about Western culture and
Eastern culture.
Maybe to a certain degree. But Western culture's lost Christianity and it's lost God, and it's like,
and I suppose to Heilung,
it's replaced it with science. But the problem is science can't answer all the questions about life,
spirituality,
and why are we here and what are we doing.
It's an existential problem.
Yeah, so it's that basically science killing off religion and God created a void in the human spirit, and that is why a band like Heilung, who, really let's be fair, it's esoteric as fuck, and
it's doing
I'm
so well.
Surprised that it's getting millions of views.
That's right. No.
To me, that's like because this
speaks testimony.
For me, this is in the realms of like black metal and like weird like back in the 90s, you got weird bands trying to do this type of music on synthesizers. You know what I mean? But like it was very.
But they always framed it was almost to me it was almost kind of black metalers doing it as a side project
and stuff. Yeah, but they would delve it down. Like if you look at most of the Norwegian black metal from the early scene, they weren't really all about Satan.
We can go into the different ways.
Yeah.
But obviously Venom with first wave black metal, Venom, Hellhammer, etc., of course. But I think there was always a more like, they called it back in the day, it was like heathen black metal or pagan black metal.
The whole point of the church burnings wasn't because they were anti-Christian just for the sake of like hating Christianity. It was because they felt that the churches were built on ancient pagan sites of their ancestry, right? So that is what I'm trying to get at.
But I think the thing that Heilung do very well is that they don't. Everything would be what they do very well to me is they don't comment.
They're not.
There's
no
politics in it at all. Whereas when you talk about,
they remain very neutral, but they let the music speak for them.
They let the music, and as you picked up on the lighting, the fact they created those instruments, which are very early, very primitive instrumentation, which added. I didn't at one point.
It adds to the aesthetic and the sound,
and that's where I think they're conquering, and I think because of perhaps the synergy of their of their presentation, and without kind of they're just providing you with true art, which is entrenched in culture and history, without commenting, and I think that's made them kind of a talkable. Validated content.
It's a romanticised view of the past that's been forgotten.
I think that's right.
And it speaks to, I would say, especially Europeans.
European, Northern European, without question.
It will speak to other people of different cultures as well, because it's early music is rhythmic, isn't it? But. No, absolutely. Like I don't know whether I'm just being overanalyzing it, but when I saw kind of like the sort of red lights coming up from the back of the stage and then the green shining down on top of it.
I didn't personally get that.
Yeah.
But once you said that, I thought actually that does make sense.
Yeah.
And they've also been very careful in terms of the portrayal of the lighting behind them, which is very red.
Yeah.
And there seems to be, because if we kind of start looking into some of the lyrics which you've got in front of us as well, and some of the ways against them. But before we do that, I just wanted to highlight with Heilung, it seems to me there's a general theme of kind of harmony and kind of harmony, not in terms of music, harmony in terms of of a feeling of the people, if you like, or a feeling of the. But there's always like through the hypnoticism. There's always that. Even in that song, there was like, what we building to, and I'm gonna cut to the last lyric, and you can take over from me. But it says here, Odin, prepare for battle. As the last lyric before some words which
this is obviously this is the English translation.
Which English translation might be slightly wrong, but so there's still that vibe in terms of the Kriegsgaudier, which I gather was it is pretty much about war and no negotiation really.
No.
Like this is the terms I'm offering you and fuck off. This one seems to me, we'll go into it, but it seems it's peaceful, but there's still a lot of build up in terms of it's still quite angsty, especially towards the end, and it's still quite kind of war calling. And that last lyric, I don't know, I've jumped to the end of the song. You know, Odin, prepare for battle. But if we look at the start of the song.
Okay, so this obviously these are English translations, and they may not quite capture what was meant in the original lyrics. Let's just put that caveat there. But so in Maidjan, or however you pronounce it, I don't know how the hell you pronounce it. In English, it translates into "to corrupt," right?
Okay.
So
there's still war, and it's an attack on.
There's something there.
Something, yeah.
But then the first lyric is "come, guest Tyr." So
Tyr.
I know Tyr is a, what do you want to call it? A proto-Germanic, you know, the Germanic gods are very similar amongst different areas of Northern Europe. You know, like we talked maybe last time, like Odin in England around the time of the Saxons was Woden or whatever.
Okay.
There's certain things, and Wotan is German, isn't it? I think the German version of Odin is Wotan, I think, if I remember correctly. Tyr, I believe, is one of these gods they don't know too much about. Like, there's not much reference to him, but I know he's referenced in terms of something to do with Ragnarok.
But the fact that they're mentioning him as guest Tyr, it's almost like welcome for a bit.
You're welcoming. You're welcoming him. If you understand the story of Tyr, which I don't know a great deal about,
but it might be. Let's move through. Maybe let's put back because it might be seasonal.
Yeah. Okay. Could be. So for this invocation, I, the Rune Master, servant of Odin, call upon one of the sun to aid our army. Okay, so that is what you're talking about. It's coming into that that sort of warlike thing you're talking about.
It is, yeah, it is.
And the only
is
thing...
it a preparation for battle? Odin prepared for battle.
Yeah.
So it's just an invocation and an invitation. The Rune Master, servant of Odin, call upon one of the sun to aid our army. Then we come to this part.
Yeah. So the next part is like literally just
what they need at this time.
It's almost like bullet points. It's like wealth, urox, which I think means like cattle.
So animals.
Animals So obviously, so wealth's
keep people.
Aurochs, which is cattle farming. Thorn, which is probably part of farming, maybe, I don't know. Divine breath, which is life, I suppose, to a certain degree. Travel, which is expanding. Torch, which is obviously light and fire. Gifts, which is cheers, fella.
Thanks, fella.
And joy.
And hail.
And need.
Saying about gift, joy, hail, and need is all about beer.
Yeah. It's all about
beer. The old ale, mate.
And then you got ice,
which you need,
which is.
But why would ice come?
I don't know why ice comes in there. But then you got harvest. Then you've got tree, luck. So harvest, tree, and luck kind of work in tandem because you could have a bad harvest or a good harvest.
Let's put a pause there as well because they stitched up. If they had a bad harvest, they're people that
they start sacrificing people
that's right,
or whatever else. Yeah. Sun, creator, birch tree, no idea. Birch tree horse. No idea what a birch tree horse is. I'd have to look that up. Man, water, fertility. Day and home, so kind of like a big blanket statement of lots of different things you need to keep a harmonious
I don't personally. So the Birch Tree Halls man. Water fertility day home. So I suppose could home be society?
Yeah. Well, I suppose this whole thing is society. I suppose to be honest, but I suppose the problem I'm having with it is it probably works better in the original language. I'm just trying to link these three verses together, but I can't. But is Tyr like the important figure in this thing? Because I know Tyr has got something to do with Ragnarok. So is this kind of like Odin prepare for battle? Because when Ragnarok kicks off, everyone's fucked and it all goes mental, doesn't it? And like everyone starts having like when does Odin go into battle other than maybe when Ragnarok kicks off? I don't know. Like, I don't have enough knowledge on that side of things.
It's a bit. This will say that the battle. I feel the battle here is different to the battle in Kriegsgalley.
Yeah. I mean, no, this is a spiritual battle. This is. And the problem is at the end of the lyrics, there's this like section that says, I'm going to try and pronounce this.
Oh, well, good luck, mate.
Glialgiz, Earzi, may be of help. Uinis, Ik, or Ike, or whatever. I don't know what the hell any of that means.
Sacrifice?
So, it could be. I mean, it could literally be like.
This is what we need.
This is what we need, and maybe we've had a bad harvest. Say, maybe it's not Ragnarok, but maybe it is a bad harvest, and maybe it's a sacrificial song. I don't know. It's hard to sort of dig into it, but it'd be interesting to see what.
Well, look,
the people who like.
That's what I'm saying. That's one thing I said. The last video we did, guys, was thanks so much for the comments because I know we couldn't chime in every time.
Yeah, we got a bit off the record.
Off the record.
We went off the plantation.
We did. But it was great to kind of like to start the year again, I suppose, and read through.
Yeah.
Before we did this video, we did have a look through what was requested, and this did come up a couple of times.
Yeah.
We tried to get away a little bit from that, but I feel like it kind of it's always that's what I love about this band is that it starts conversations.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
and it's starting conversations about history and heritage, and which is I think so important for people.
No, I think it's more important now than ever.
Yeah.
I think the West is in trouble.
No,
I think that bands like Heilung are highlighting it because having a band like this would be nowhere 10, 15 years ago. As good as they are, I don't think they'd be there. I don't think they would have got the exposure. I think there's a genuine need for this kind of music in the West.
Right now, a reminder of like the Teutonic kind of history.
Where you come from,
where you are, and
all the people who had died before you, and the reason why you're here now is because of the stuff that these people went through. I know this kind of is searching back, say like maybe 1,000 years or whatever, but it's highly relevant. It's still a link. It's
highly relevant, mate. It's highly relevant. It's highly relevant. So, look, I would say that, like I say, I really love the band. So it's difficult, and I think one of the comments we had was that it's very difficult to kind of choose a favourite Heilung song, especially from that particular album. Because
the problem
it's an experience.
I don't think you can just listen to one song in a playlist.
No, it's an experience.
I think you have to listen to the entire album from start to finish, and I would like to sit down and. Problem is I haven't done it because I didn't want to spoil it for off the record. Like I want to sit down and just watch that entire gig. With it really loud. Put some fucking candles on in the room or whatever. Have it large.
We get a surround sound on.
And proper listen to it because I think it'd be banging. So,
absolutely.
I'm sorry we can't break the lyrics down and try and maybe. I don't think I can really get into the lyrics any further than that really because I find them a little bit disjointed.
But that's my take. That's my take. It's more about help us out.
Yeah. There's something sacrificial or something kicking off large or whatever, so that's what I get from it really. But be interesting to hear your guys' comments. I'm sure we'll get the comments come in on this one.
And it really will.
This seems like a popular band to do a reaction to. So
and one that's worthwhile.
It's absolutely worthwhile to do I could watch any Heilung song really. I don't want to kill it, but I think that's it for us. I think be good to, you know, we'll obviously we'll you know, if you give us guys comments, you know, we'll reply and we'll have a chat with you and stuff like that, and be interested to hear what your views are on it, or if you've got more, you know, because obviously we're coming at this kind of cold and haven't done any research into looking at what all this means really, and you know, my limited knowledge of like Norse mythology or Germanic mythology and stuff like that.
It's bitty, it's bitty, it's bitty.
You know, I could scrape up on it a bit, you know, and maybe I'd understand some of this a little bit more. Yeah.
But I think the next
great song,
really great song, and like I say, I've listened to the album. I think for me, it's just about seeing them live. And it's
to see them live. And I want to see them live in not a massive stadium. I need to see them somewhere where I can be kind of where it feels like it might almost be like a great hall.
Yeah.
In like a small village.
No, yeah,
you know what I mean?
it wouldn't work.
Almost like a school hall.
It wouldn't work
like,
a stadium.
Yeah. No, stadium. It just wouldn't work.
I
mean, it might do. I mean, you might be in the crowd, and if the whole crowd is into it, then you might get into it. But I think you need to be almost kind of looking up and seeing them
right in front of you, not on a screen.
To you. At least maximum 20 foot. Like, you know, that's how far away you need to be. You know, like absolutely. So yeah, I think that's a good one, mate.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for that. Hope you guys enjoyed the vid, and we'll be back for the next Off the Record. So I've just remembered, because I haven't done this for a while, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give us a thumbs down. Write your comments in, and we'll catch you on the next Off the Record.